Dear viewers, I try to collect all the latest immigration news and exclusive breaking news regularly. If you like this video, please stay with me to follow my Facebook page and YouTube channel, and don't forget to like, comments, subscribe and share with your friends. Let's go to the news. Labour manifesto says freedom of movement will end, promises fair immigration rules. The Labour Party yesterday published its manifesto ahead of next month's general election. It runs to a hefty 128 pages and can be downloaded below. On immigration, the manifesto acknowledges that Brexit means freedom of movement will end, and says a Labour government will develop and implement fair immigration rules. Immigration. Labour offers fair rules and reasonable management of migration. In trade negotiations, our priorities favour growth, jobs and prosperity. We make no apologies for putting these aims before bogus immigration targets. Freedom of movement will end when we leave the European Union. Britain's immigration system will change, but Labour will not scapegoat migrants nor blame them for economic failures. Labour will develop and implement fair immigration rules. We will not discriminate between people of different races or creeds. We will end indefinite detentions and distinguish between migrant labour and family attachment, and will continue to support the work of the forced marriage unit. We will replace income thresholds with a prohibition on recourse to public funds. New rules will be equally informed by negotiations with the EU and other partners, including the Commonwealth. Whatever our trade arrangements, we will need new migration management systems, transparent and fair to everybody. Working with businesses, trade unions, devolved governments and others to identify specific labour and skill shortages. Working together, we will institute a new system which is based on our economic needs, balancing controls and existing entitlements. This may include employer sponsorship, work permits, visa regulations, or a tailored mix of all these which works for the many, not the few. Labour will protect those already working here, whatever their ethnicity. Our National Education Service will raise the level of skills and training. We will take decisive actions to end the exploitation of migrant labour, undercutting workers' pay and conditions. Labour will crack down on unscrupulous employers. We will stop overseas-only recruitment practices, strengthen safety at work inspections and increase prosecutions of employers evading the minimum wage. Working with trade unions, we will end workplace exploitation. Labour values the economic and social contributions of immigrants. Both public and private sector employers depend on immigrants. We will not denigrate those workers. We value their contributions, including their tax contributions. For areas where immigration has placed a strain on public services, we will reinstate the Migrant Impact Fund and boost it with a contributory element from the investments required for high net worth individual visas. Labour will restore the rights of migrant domestic workers, and end this form of modern slavery. Labour will ease the underlying pressures in any areas struggling to cope with 7 years of austerity by our programme of investments. We will not cut public services and pretend the cuts are a consequence of immigration. Refugees are not migrants. They have been forced from their homes, by war, famine or other disasters. Unlike the Tories, we will uphold the proud British tradition of honouring the spirit of international law and our moral obligations by taking our fair share of refugees. The current arrangements for housing and dispersing refugees are not fit for purpose. They are not fair to refugees or to our communities. We will review these arrangements. Labour welcomes international students who benefit and strengthen our education sector, generating more than £25 billion for the British economy and significantly boosting regional jobs and local businesses. They are not permanent residents and we will not include them in immigration numbers, but we will crack down on fake colleges. Thank you for staying with me. See you in the next video.